Hey guys.
I'm Bob.
I'm Barb. Together we make up
HetteshWorld.
It's Can-Am Ride Day, and I think we're riding through 3 states today to get to Yellowstone.
Woo! That's a lot of riding.
We're Bob and Barb. We've lived by the rules all of our lives, but in 2020 we threw that rule book out the window. We sold our home and moved full-time into an RV with our cat Amelia, and from now on we will be living life our way. Don't you want to come travel in our world?
Here we are leaving Sawtell Mountain Resort in Island Park, Idaho, so that's going to be our first state.
We're already in the second state, Bob.
Yep.
West Yellowstone, Montana, the little tourist town before you get to the park. If you're coming into the West Yellowstone entrance, don't come in the left side like you see us doing here now. You want to be on the right side to get in.
Mainly when it's crowded, because if you have a pass to get in, you'll be able to just fly right on by.
And now, welcome to the third state, Wyoming.
Wyoming. Once we get through the entrance, we got about 14 miles on the park loop to get to the Madison RV park. And at that point, we're going to turn right and head toward Old Faithful. Once you turn right after passing the Madison campground, you're going to go about 14 miles to get to Old Faithful.
So we're taking you on a beautiful drive today through the park, and you go through several different terrains. When you first come in, you're entering in through the wooded forest.
Yep.
And once you get a little bit further down the road, you got to start looking for bison. And bison can be anywhere. Now I'm going to tell you, this is the appropriate way to photograph your bison. Your vehicle is there, either do it from the vehicle or just right from it, and these bisons were very far away. They're going off into the woods now, see them? Bison, 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 bison. So now we're down in a canyon after we've left the heavy trees. And then we come into a lot of open ranges and the start of the beautiful river. And of course, this is our rock, by the way.
Yep.
The water is very close to the road, most places in the park. Now this is more of an area where rocks have tumbled down the mountain, so you're just seeing all kinds of different things. On the way to Old Faithful, you're going to pass amazing, beautiful scenery, from bridges and waters to trees. You're not really yet into the geysers or any of that kind of stuff yet. I'll show you some of the things that will pass along the way because we're going to visit those on another day.
This park had a lot of fly fishing in the rivers. Got to see a lot of that. We never got to see them catch any fish because we were usually riding by them, but a lot of the rivers have got guys fly fishing.
And I'd never seen that before, so that was different. In a bison jam, you definitely want to make sure you have space to get out.
Yep. Yeah, especially being on a motorcycle, because people lose control of all their faculties. They get out and do silly things. We kind of held back and wait for the traffic to move so we can get by pretty quickly.
They tell you to stay 25 yards away from a bison, but most of those bison are right on the edge of the road, so no way you're 25 yards away from them.
You're in their domain. We're just visitors to this park. They live in that park, so we gave them all the leadway we could. Whether they were with their young or not, we kept our distance from them. We got zoom cameras, so we never got that close. Sometimes when you're up on the road and you're getting those jams where people get all excited, you're pretty close to them, so you just want to keep moving so you're not in harm's way.
Baby bison doot 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 doot, baby bison doot 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 doot.
You know how many times I had to hear that in my headset?
So now, of course, we're starting to see some of the beautiful geysers.
Yeah, the hot pools and springs, just mud pots, it's where it starts to become Yellowstone to us, for sure.
So not only are we taking you to Old Faithful, but we're also going to take you to the Black Sands Basin as well.
Which is incredible by itself. I mean, Old Faithful is one of those things that's on your bucket list because you've heard about it as a child. All the other geysers around there are just totally incredible.
Just colors and things that you can't believe even exist on our earth. We're able to breathe the air while we stand next to it.
It's what makes Yellowstone Yellowstone to us, for sure.
Now, traffic is crazy, so you want to get there early in the morning. The park, I think, opens at 6 or 7 in the morning. But you want to get there, and a lot of these places you'll see cars parked on the side of the road and a jam turning into there. Because if you turn back to a lot of these places, they have parking, which we were very lucky to be able to park wherever we wanted to park closer to things. But a lot of people are parking on the road and walking. So the earlier you get there, the better chance you have of seeing the animals, and the better chance you have of getting a parking space closer to what you want to see.
Yeah, we found Yellowstone not to be too crazy crowded, and it was June of 2022. It wasn't that bad. We didn't find it to be too bad. I mean, parking lots are limited, and
the restrooms are limited.
Facilities found not to have a lot of facilities there.
Nuts and skin.
Since I turned it on by accident, I thought I would just film your lovely face. Bob, you're in the shot again.
That's what I do.
So we're at the Old Faithful Visitors Education Center, but in between the lodge and here is the path that takes you to Old Faithful.
So we've been told.
So we've been told by a stranger. So we're gonna go in here and just check it out, see if we can figure out timing, and then we'll take you guys down there. The visitor center is very nice here, but to me it was all about the geyser. For me, I don't know about Bob, this is another surreal moment because it's something I've seen my entire life and it's cool. So can't wait to see it for real.
Yeah, it's like Mount Rushmore felt to us, I think.
Yeah.
Childhood dream.
30 minutes before it could possibly go off, give or take 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's saying 1:24 p.m., so plus or minus 10. So
12:55.
We're going to get out there and get lined up.
Yep. Old Faithful was discovered in 1870, and it's been named Old Faithful because it's been reliable. But there's been other geysers in the park that have been reliable that no longer are. So Old Faithful someday will also no longer be Old Faithful. Okay, so we're not like on a bench. We're sitting like
in the front.
In the front, on the middle of the railing. And yeah, I pushed us in here. Bob was reluctant. And then he stepped down there and tried to get attacked by a bison.
Yeah, right. As you can see, Old Faithful, she's always steaming. There's always steam rolling out.
Old Faithful can vary in height from anywhere from 100 to 180 feet. When it erupts, it normally lasts between 1.5 to possibly 5 minutes. Now, when this shoots off, it expels about 3,700 gallons of water.
Oh yeah, sorry, special out. She likes the snow too. Whoa! You can take a Bennett. I'll put Bennett. It's cold, isn't it? Oh, she's got great ideas. I say she's gonna get it. She knows how to have fun.
See what you started. See what you started.
The bison has left his mark.
Yep.
He says, I am here. Smell me.
Smell-o-vision.
I had no idea that we were going into our first outer worldly experience.
When you hear Yellowstone, you think of the steam vent. You don't realize the entire park is covered in steam vents. If you watch all the shows on Discovery, and they talk about how the Earth is releasing pressure, that there's volcanic action underneath all this, to think if the Earth didn't release all this cauldron of water, the West would blow up by now.
And there's so much release here. I mean, you just never knew, because no one ever talks about the rest of the park.
Yeah.
Want to take a little dip, Bob?
I think I'll pass.
Ooh, it stinks.
I cannot smell evidently. Sulfur.
I mean, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
It's like being on a,
I'm on the moon.
it's like being on a different planet.
Yep, we're on,
Bison over here.
Bison. We're on the moon's surface. So, this is Green Springs over here. There's no smell or scent of anything. The boiling water is rolling through. Got all the different colors coming through the rocks. And we're headed over to the very pretty one.
Bison.
Man, them bison eat well. Bob, why don't you be like one of those National Geographic explorers and go stick your hand down through one and tell me what they eat?
This one's eating berries. Volcanic landscape.
Rainbow pool. We're both getting steamed right now, and it smells like popcorn, and it's super cool. It's probably really hot on a hot day.
With the stain.
Yeah. Wow. This is super cool. Bob and I are going to get really steamed up here.
Man, look at the water and blue.
Yeah. It is my first experience seeing anything like this. And I mean, look at it. I mean, are you on Mars, Jupiter, Venus? You are steaming me up, Bob. I'm telling you.
That's what I do.
So, any way you can see Yellowstone, it's worth it. But we recommend motorcycle just because it's so open and you can see everything around you, especially the bison. But not only are the trees super neat to look at and all the different landscapes, but the sky, the beautiful big open sky. So we hope that you like this video. We hope that you'll give us a thumbs up. We hope that you smash up that notification bell. We hope that you comment.
Yep.
So remember, we're HetteshWorld.
Come travel in our world.